Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Cinco Symposium. All right, so we're gonna look at some racist words and racist system stuff that is put out by some people. Before we do that, hit that like button, share the video, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think of the issues I'm going over. But let's listen to some racist words.
Words you didn't know that are racist. First one, master bedroom. I never knew this whole time. When they would say master bedroom, that was back in the days because it was the master's bedroom. I will never use that again.
And why? Like, here's my question. Like, okay, let's just, I don't know if that's the validity of that or not, but let's just take her at word that it's true. The master's bedroom. So because something was labeled something, and I mean, I have always looked at it as master bedroom because it's the biggest bedroom of the house. That's, it's where the parents stay. It's usually the one with the bathroom connected to it. It's the important room. That's where your parents stay. It's the best. And so therefore it's masters of the other bedrooms. Like, I always kind of just did it that way. Like, I quantified it to that. But like, let's just say it is true. Does that really upset you of something like that was hundreds of years ago? It obviously, you've been calling it master bedroom for her entire life, probably the 20-something years that she's been alive. Has it affected her in a negative way? Has it done something to her? Is her life going to get magically better by calling it the big bedroom or naming it whatever she wants? No, it's not going to make a difference in her life at all. In fact, she'll probably think about it for maybe a month and then forget about it and start calling it master bedroom again. But yeah, I don't get it.
Number 2, picnic. I knew this one, but I found out a lot of people don't.
Picnic. So I'm going to skip through just because she uses some certain language that isn't friendly, and I don't want to be labeled something as allowing a certain word. I don't want to get banned on YouTube for a certain word that, begins with N. But picnic, we can talk about that real quick. Picnic, because apparently you would go and pick some slaves and picnic. I don't know the validity of that one either, but again, it's a word that doesn't mean that at all now. I think, as most people probably didn't know it. Instead of going and picking out a slave, now it's, hey, you grab a basket of food and you go out and sit on the grassy little field and somebody flies a kite and you eat some sandwiches and stuff together. Like I said, how did that word affect you in a negative way? I don't know. And I don't even know the validity. I'm just saying, if we take it at her word that she's right. I don't know. Still gonna use picnic.
Third one, and then I'm gonna make a part 2. Fuzzy Wuzzy. I don't know if y'all have heard the little rhyme like Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear, Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair.
Yeah, I've
or
heard
even
that
when
one.
you talk to like a baby, you're like, oh, it's so fuzzy wuzzy and cute. I will never use that again because back
Fuzzy
then,
Wuzzy.
too, they used to make fun of us and our hair texture because they called us Fuzzy Wuzzy. They literally called us Fuzzy Wuzzies to make fun of us and our hair.
Fuzzy Wuzzy, okay. I mean, sure, let's take that as true. Everybody makes fun of anyone that's different. It doesn't matter. Even white people make fun of people that are, other white people that are different. It's just kind of a thing you do. Now, sometimes it is supposed to be more offensive, but everyone does it. What kind of slang terms are there for Asian people when they're making fun of white people? What kind of slang or stereotypical things do black people make fun of white people? Or what kind of does black people make fun of Asian people? Everyone does it. Fuzzy Wuzzy. Did I know that Fuzzy Wuzzy was anything to do with black people? Absolutely not. It's just kind of it's a little rhyme that kids say, Fuzzy Wuzzy. It turns out people like rhymes. People, they read Dr. Seuss as a kid, and it's just rhymes. Again, is this really something that's so astronomically important with all things going on in the world, like egg shortages, and we got eggs being smuggled in from Mexico, and we got food plants being blown up, we got Chinese spy balloons going overhead, we got World War III looming. Is this really the most important thing that we have to worry about? That you're upset because you found out Fuzzy Wuzzy? That really got you? Alright, now we're going to watch this cat and what he has to say about the institutional racism and cops.
Hey, good morning. When racism is
He has
built
to have a
into the
good voice.
institution, it emerges as the collective action of its entire population. And a prime example of an institution built on racism is not just America, but it's also her police force.
Alright, so America is built on racism. Yet again, that idea, we can never overcome it. Even though we fought the bloodiest war that we've had, lost the most lives, was to end slavery. That doesn't matter. We haven't atoned. So America is still awful and still racist, and it will never not be racist to these people. So they're teaching that to our young children.
In the beginning, the police served three main functions: to protect white people from the indigenous,
To protect the white people from indigenous. So, I mean, whenever the colonials and people from Europe started coming over and landing in America, yes, there was indigenous people, and yes, there was a lot of infighting. You know, there's a lot of peace too. There was a lot of trade agreements between some indigenous tribes and some people. There was some fighting where they gathered together with one Indian tribe and went and attacked another. There was fighting between, but the group of people that came together and fought to like protect a town or a fort area was called the militia. I don't know if it's, I mean, I don't know, you can call it the same thing, but what we have now today with police is definitely not like militia, right? It's insanely different, but that's what he's saying. The police force was to fight off indigenous tribes, but yeah, it was basically war in a lot of sense with fighting each other. So, okay.
To control the movements of the Africans they enslaved, and to enforce laws written by white supremacists.
White supremacists. So every single person that came in the, between like the 15, 16, 1700s, they were all white supremacists. Well, I guess we're even supremacists now because the United States is still racist, so every white person here in the United States, I guess, is still a white supremacist. So that's what police do. They're just, when laws get made, they say, hey, you can't go and attack this other person physically. That's a law we have. And if you do that, no matter what color you are, you're breaking the law, and we got police. Yeah, that's racism. Obviously, how do we miss this?
That uphold whites' superiority disorder. It's literally the profession of oppression.
Literally and I got my beef with cops, right? Like, I think we have the Constitution written, and the federal government is there to protect the rights of people. And what we have now is, often, like with the whole COVID orders, we got police coming down on the people in an unconstitutional way. So I do believe that police can be a force of oppression, and then they're going to say, well, we're just doing our jobs. But to say that it's all white supremacist, and that's what making cops, that's what's controlling the cops' movements, or like that's behind all their powers is white supremacy. Even we had the Tyree Nichols guy that was beaten brutally by 5 black cops. And even the news them are reporting that, well, that's white supremacy. So I don't know what to tell you if you got 5 black cops that beat the hell out of a black guy and he dies, and they still blame it on white supremacy. This whole system, like I said, the whole idea is that everything is racist and everything is white supremacy, and we're behind everything. We're behind every movement. So it doesn't matter what we do, it doesn't matter what laws we make to try to protect citizens or, to make things equal, it'll never be good enough. They're going to be upset about it.
In order to achieve their objectives, they created a culture of violence, intimidation, racism, and terrorism. Brutality isn't a bug in the programming of the police. It's a feature. They literally teach themselves how to brutalize someone.
Well, so obviously cops have to deal with some pretty unsavory people. Some people that are usually high on drugs, some people that are okay with hurting people, some people that are okay with killing other people. I just did a video the other day of a guy trying to grab a gun from a cop. I can only assume that guy meant to grab that gun to kill that cop. That's a person that's obviously needs to be off the streets. That's somebody that cops, do need to take down and put them in jail. And so, yes, cops do have to be trained in violence. They have to be good at it because turns out a lot of people are violent. And when people get violent, you got to have somebody that's good at violence to use against that person. But how this guy's trying to present it, that cops are just violence and brutalizing people just for the hell of it, for the most case, absolutely not. We want to have a talk about what cops' role should be. Maybe we take the cops out of everyday lives of people, and so, we take them out of giving tickets or something like that. I don't know if that's the best decision. What's going to happen whenever people aren't scared of a cop giving them a ticket? Everyone's going to be speeding, more accidents. Who knows? There's always second, third order effects that that are going to come up with any big new different idea to change a system. But I can't get along with what this guy's saying, that everything is just built against black people and they'll never come out. There's been far too many black people that I know that are successful, that went into the military, had great careers, and, are thriving. I don't believe the system is pinned against them. I think living in the inner city. I think living in big Democrat cities is a detriment because there's a lot of poverty, there's a lot of crime, and it's expensive. Move out to the country, get away, go move somewhere smaller. I think they're just stuck in a bubble, and they see the terrible sides of things, and then they want to blame something. So you blame white supremacy and you blame the system, and that makes you feel better, you know. And maybe you bitch about it enough that eventually they'll give you some free money out of it. I don't know. I'm not down for that system. I don't like the idea. I like working for what I'm given. You know, I don't want something just to be handed to me. You don't appreciate it. So just handing out tens of thousands of dollars to people, especially people that are already living a certain way, they're not gonna. We need to teach people about finances. How about that? How about we change that? How about we change that system? How about we stop teaching our kids like dumb, stupid school crap that like calculus or whatever, and actually focus on something that everyday people are going to use. Finances. Tell them about interest rate. Tell them about credit. Using a credit card. Maybe that'll help people more than teaching them this, you know, teaching them skills that's going to make them successful. Teaching them this crap that United States is racist and the police are racist, and then teaching everybody to hate anyone that's like of a different color than you, that's not going to help them. That's not going to make them succeed in life. But that's what we want to pretend, that we teach them this and make them angry enough, then they're going to be just great, good citizens, and then, you know, it's not like it's going to stoke racial tensions even more. It's just going to, you know, it's going to help the system if they're upset and angry at the white people. It's all dumb, but there you go. There's your racism for the day. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please hit that like button. Until next time, y'all have a wonderful day.